Hey girlies! Okay, real talk. When you hear the word stock, does your brain immediately shut down? Does it feel complicated, risky, or like it's only for Wall Street guys in fancy suits? Because today, I'm breaking all of that down. I'm going to explain what a stock actually is in the simplest, most no BS way possible. By the end of this video, you'll fully understand what a stock is, how it makes you money, and why it's literally one of the most powerful tools for building long-term wealth. So let's get into it. Let's start with the absolute simplest definition. A stock is ownership. That's it. When you buy a stock, you are literally buying a tiny piece of a real company. You become a mini owner of that business. Think of it like this. Imagine a company is a pizza. The whole pizza is the entire business. One stock, that's just one small slice of that pizza. If you own a slice, you officially own part of that company. You're a shareholder, so when Apple does well, you do well. When Nike grows, you grow, because you own a piece of them. And I love this because it means you're not just sitting on the sidelines watching rich people get richer. You can literally participate in the success of companies you believe in. That's what investing is. Okay, now let's talk about the fun part, how stocks actually make you money. Because that's what we're here for, right? There are two main ways you can profit from stocks. First, price growth. If the company does well, becomes more valuable, and grows over time, then your little slice of the pizza also becomes more valuable. Let's say you buy a stock for $50. A few years later, that same stock is worth $150. That difference, $100, is your profit. That's called capital gains. You bought low and now it's worth more. That's price growth. Second, dividends. Some companies actually share part of their profits with the people who own their stock. That means you can get paid just for owning the stock. This usually happens every few months. It's like getting a little paycheck just because you own a piece of the company. You're not working for it. It just shows up in your account. That is passive income, babe, and that's incredibly powerful. Now, I need to be really honest with you about something, and I'm going to say this in the most calm, gentle way possible. Stocks do go up and down. That's normal. The price can rise one day and fall the next. And that short-term movement, that's what scares people away. But here's the truth that most beginners don't get taught. The real danger usually comes from panic, not from time. Over long periods, like 10, 20, 30 years, the strongest companies and the overall market have historically grown. People who stay patient and don't freak out when things dip, they tend to win. People who panic sell everything when it drops and quit early. They usually lose. So yes, there's risk, but the biggest risk isn't the market. It's letting fear make your decisions for you. Another thing I want you to know is that you don't have to put all your money into a single company. In fact, you probably shouldn't. You can buy one single stock if you want, or you can own a basket of many stocks through things like index funds and ETFs. We'll talk more about those in future videos, but just know this. Owning just one stock is like owning one outfit. Owning a basket of stocks is like owning a full wardrobe. The wardrobe gives you balance, variety, and protection if one piece doesn't perform well. Diversification is your friend. You don't have to bet everything on one company. So who are stocks actually for? They're for beginners. They're for long-term thinkers. They're for people starting with small amounts of money. They're for women who want independence, options, and a future that feels secure. You don't need to be rich. You don't need a finance degree. You don't need to be a math genius. You just need to be willing to start and willing to learn. And yes, you can actually buy your stocks using simple apps on your phone. You don't need thousands of dollars either. A lot of investing apps let you buy fractional shares, which means you can invest with just a few dollars at a time instead of needing to buy a full share. We'll walk through that step by step in upcoming videos. All right, let's recap in the simplest way possible. A stock is ownership in a company. You make money if the company grows in value. Some stocks also pay you dividends, which is passive income. Prices go up and down short term, but long-term investing rewards patience. And you don't need a lot of money to begin. And most importantly, you are fully capable of doing this. Investing is not just for experts or finance bros. It's for women who want control, confidence, and a life built on choice instead of stress. If you want a free PDF guide with all the basic points to take into account when investing, click the link in the description. And if this video finally made stocks make sense for you, please give it a like and hit subscribe. Seriously, it helps so much. Remember, your future self is already thanking you for learning this. You've got this, babe. I'll see you in the next one.